Hey everyone, welcome back to the SunnySide. I'm Sunny, and this video right here specifically for anyone who has their North Node in Pisces and their South Node in Virgo. Once again, North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Everybody cool? Right on. Okay, welcome back. Once again, welcome back to the SunnySide, everyone. I'm Sunny. And for those who don't know, I am a professional astrologer. I do write the horoscopes for some of the newspapers in Canada, and if you want a personal reading, just check it out in the description box below. In addition to that, we have tons of workshops that happen. There's one workshop every month here. This month is about your rising sign. Every month, 1 month, I alternate every month. 1 month is astrology, and then the next month is going to be tarot. So if you want to learn a bit more about the tarot, obviously with an astrological focus, then by all means check it out in the description box below. Great. In addition to that, every once in a while I do have some specials on reports, and right now we have a special because of the time that I'm shooting the video. And as we begin, let me just show you a little bit before we go on, and then we'll get on to the action. This is my website here. This is TheSunnySide.net. Tons of different stuff here that you can check out. You know, there's a bunch of stuff that I put by Jonathan Kainer before he died. My weekly live streams are here. Some fun stuff about the tarot. We're doing the stuff about the nodes. The Venus signs are here. Your dark side of the horoscopes are here. I did a thing with the Mars signs and with your moon signs. So if you want to know any of that stuff, just check out TheSunnySide.net, or of course check out the channel on YouTube. Of course, please subscribe to the channel. Please share the video. See, we did the last one, South Node in Capricorn. All right, so that's that action. One more thing before we get on. We're sponsored by the Astroside.com. There's a link in the description box below. This is where you get your cool SunnySide 2.0 t-shirts for the kids, and you're together. It's a beautiful day. Hoodies, leggings, mugs, you know, lots of cool t-shirts, bunch of meme t-shirts, meme mugs, some really cool hoodies here. Some really cool stuff here on the Astro side. They did a great job. All right, next. So that's that action. So, all right. So what's the nodes? The nodes are, I'll explain what the nodes are really quick. I don't know if I'm going to do this in every video, but I've been doing it so far, so I might as well just show you a second. So the nodes are this. This is the Earth. Hey, Sonny, I'm the Earth. Look, check me out. Oh, I'm the Earth. Okay, so I'm not as flat as you think I am. Okay, so check it out. And I'm going to be the sun. So the Earth revolves around the sun in this galaxy anyways. So the Earth, or in the solar system, the Earth is revolving around the sun, and it creates an orbit, this plane right here. That's the Earth, okay, making this around the sun. This is the moon. And so where the moon's orbit crosses the orbit that the sun makes, so this line right here, whenever the moon crosses this line right here, right there where it crosses, those are the nodes. Everybody cool? So the Earth's orbit like this, and the moon where it crosses the Earth's orbit, those are the nodes. And there's more to it. I have a video that's on you know, the mythology of the nodes, where it comes from, what it really means, what it represents, and how it's impacting everyone this summer. But anyway, so that's where it is in astrology. That's where it comes from. All right, cool. What else is next? What else do you need to know? So the moon is like, so the nodes are like this. Some people say the south node is good, and some say the north node is, some say the south node is bad, and some say the north node is good. Many astrologers say that. However, in some other types of astrology, other astrologies say the south node is ruled by Saturn, and it tends to have your karma, and it's what you bring with you from a past life, if you believe in that kind of stuff. If you don't believe in that kind of stuff, it's parts of you that runneth over, so to speak. And I'll explain that statement in a sec. But they say it's Saturn kind of karmic kind of thing. Saturn represents karma in astrology. And the north node is actually Mars. It's where you want to put your energy. Except that they're both maleficents in astrology. So both of the nodes are bad. you're gonna, wherever the node, either node is, you're gonna have fucking problems. So keep that in mind. You win the game, player. Sucks to be you. But anyways, we all have it. But what you'll see is more than likely, not more than likely, the south node, and you'll see when these guys talk, because some of these guys really do talk about it in terms of past lives and what you're bringing in with you. And other people talk about it, the south node being all the negative parts of the sign that it's in. And so in this situation, it's going to be all of the negative parts of Virgo. And the north node is going to be, if it's, if it's healthy, right, it's going to be all of the positive parts of Pisces. Say it again. So south node negative, north node positive. Now, it doesn't necessarily work like that. It's easy to think about that and, okay, but it doesn't necessarily work like that. And what it works like this. You have, another way of looking at it is the south node is a bowl. And wherever the south node is, that's where you have too much of something. And hence the negative side, it runneth over. There's too much. In this case situation, Virgo. Having just the right amount of Virgo is awesome. You can see the details, you can make a list, you can heal quickly, you can take care of the little stuff. You're really smart, you're focused, nothing gets past you, everything is cool. You're on the ball, you're sharp, you might jog, you might lift weights, everything is cool. Good at business, good with money. And enough Pisces is good too. You're intuitive, you're nurturing, you're caring, you like to heal people, you're good, you're one with society, you're easygoing, you're flowing, you're highly artistic. A little bit of both is good. But if it's in a nice balance is good. But if your bowl overfloweth in Virgo, because of the nature of the nodes, if you have too much of one, you will have not enough of the other. And as such, not enough Pisces leads to some negative things in Pisces, and too much Virgo leads to too much in Virgo. And most of us live in an imbalance. Or it can be like business as usual, everything is fine, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and then a transit, something transiting, like say the moon transit or Mars or Venus or something transits, and when it transits that south node, it makes a lot of energy goes into the south node. Transits the north node, a lot of energy goes into the astrological energy goes into the north node, and as such it's going to create a balance when there's a transit happening. Everybody cool? Everybody cool? You guys sure you guys know it's good? Sonny, I don't know what the hell you talking about. Have you done Pisces yet? Actually, I'm doing Pisces right now. Seriously? You seriously? Yeah, I'm doing Pisces right now. Go. I get to watch. Okay. I can't see. Okay. All right. Everybody calm down. Let's show you what it looks like in your chart. So this here, so everybody have that? So this is my 2 cents, just telling you how I view the nodes right now. This is the north node right here in Pisces. North node. And it looks like an N. All right, north node. And the south node looks like a cup. South node. And so that's the deal. And that's the deal. That's what it looked like. Now there's supposed to be a balance happening here. And so and that's the balance. So on one hand, Virgo is a very critical sign. Virgo, when it's too much Virgo, it's too nitpicky, too critical. Instead of, hey, watch out. It's like, I told you so, hey, watch out. And there's a lot of fear that can be involved. When the nodes are highly activated, we're talking about a lot of fear here. It's a fear of letting go. All right, so if you have too much of one, then you can't get to the other. And this is supposed to be our goals. Let me do this differently. This is where we come from, a past life. So you come into a critical state. You're very critical. You're born critical. You're pretty good. You're always there. And whenever you're afraid, whenever you have some kind of obstacle or blockage in life, say your energy or your chi or your kundalini or your motherfucking popcorn in the microwave, it's all fucked up, then you're going to stop. You're going to get blocked. Say you ate too much cheese and you've got to take a dump and you're constipated. Then you're going to go back upon here, and it's going to put a lot of energy into the Virgo side, and you're going to become highly critical, extremely judgmental, and you're just going to be, no one's going to be good enough, no one's going to measure up, and you're going to nitpick everything, which is really sad because Virgo can go with the flow. They're a mutable sign. The goal is to make it to Pisces. Pisces is use your intuition. Don't be so stressed out in the Virgo state. Use your intuition. Heal people, work with others, help others, nurture others. Don't be all critical and don't be, well, the facts say this, so fuck you, you can die. Which is like, what, don't be like that. Be like, okay, you made me mistakes, let's heal, let's work all this together. But people who have this lineup here have difficulty letting go of the details. They have difficulty letting go of the details, letting go of the facts. They're highly critical, and they can't heal nothing. And if you can't help, but we heal ourselves by helping others heal, or just like we teach others, or we teach ourselves by teaching others. It's just the way life works, man. And so you can't heal if you're stuck in this kind of this me, this is the way it is, this is the way it is, this is a very closed minded, dogmatic kind of state. So you have to watch out for it. Anyways, that's what it looks like in your chart. North node, south node. Everybody cool? Can we get back to work? All right. All right, that's my blah 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 and that kind of stuff. Let's go check out this action and see what these guys say. All right. North node in Pisces, south node in Virgo. If you have any questions, just check out one of the live streams. Come to one of the live streams. I live stream the horoscopes all the time for you guys. It's because I like to read my horoscopes and tell you guys what's going on astrologically. So just come and ask a question. Or once again, I'll look at your chart. If you want me to look at your chart, I'll look at your chart. Obviously, there's a cost, right? But I gladly, I like hanging out with you guys. Okay, North node in Pisces, south node in Virgo. You guys ready? Pisces! Sonny, they did Pisces! Hey, they're doing Pisces! I'm coming! Pisces! Sonny, did you do Pisces yet? I'm about to do Pisces right now. You a Pisces? No, I'm a mammal. What? Yeah. I'm a Leo. What? Yeah. So, okay, I don't think you're a Leo. Alright. I'm just being supportive. I might be a Virgo. I don't know. Okay. Pisces are up. George Mercury says, the dragon's head in Pisces, so the dragon's head is the north node. The dragon is split into the dragon's head and dragon's tail. There's a mythology about this, how evil sidesteps the line and disguises itself as good and drinks from the elixir of immortality, and they chop, because they can't kill evil, they cut it in half, and the head merges with the head of the serpent. They cut the serpent in half and merges it with humanity. The head goes to the north node, tail goes to the south node. And anyways, there's another video about that if you want to know about that. Anyways, the dragon's head, so the dragon's head in Pisces gives vitality and is a fortunate position for the children, especially when it's situated in the 5th or 11th house. Now, we're not talking about houses. That's a separate video. And once again, as I said earlier, a lot of these guys, they confuse the house with the sign. Pisces isn't necessarily a sign of family. Pisces is more of a sign of healing, of the arts, of illusions, of letting go. The dragons, anyways, it is not, however, a guarantee of fidelity. This is a placement that can have a lot of infidelity, right? The natal north node in Pisces can be an unfaithful placement. It's illusions, it's trying to do, okay. Plus it's grouchy as ass. Nevertheless, in spite of deceit, the home will remain stable, and the native possesses the family instinct. The dragon's head in Pisces helps in unexpected acquisition, especially from foreigners. It's also a sure sign of long journeys undertaken when least expected. The dragon's tail, or the south node, which is the bull, right, the cut part, in Virgo, right, the opposite sign, is not favorable for things of the mind, right? It's too much Virgo, it's too much information. It makes the native, or like the Virgo, it makes the native materialistic and unappreciative of beauty. He's inclined to analysis, which makes him judge everything according to its value. Everything is considered in terms of money. He may, okay, now this person may marry, but it can hardly be marriage other than that of convenience. They're going to marry for money. Progress will be difficult. Or maybe it's not money, okay? It's not always about money. It's they're married for some tangible, very quantifiable asset. Maybe, and it's not like Capricorn, you know, it's not necessarily social status. That would be a Capricorn. It's not necessarily for stuff. That might be a Taurus thing. It's not necessarily to just be with somebody, which is a Libra thing. And it's not necessarily because you want to like be popular. You know, that might be a Leo thing. But whatever it is, it can be very definite. They're like, this is the reason I'm with you, motherfucker. So do it or donkey the fuck out. Can be quite refreshing, I gotta say, because it could be liberating to know why someone is with you. North Node in Pisces. Okay, now Isabella Hickey says the North Node in Pisces implies the complete relinquishment of the self in service to others. Okay, what? So, the North Node is what, you know, your ultimate goal is, so to speak. South Node is where you got like, you know, emotional and spiritual. South Node is emotional and spiritual constipation. The North Node is what you'd like to achieve in some ultimate lifetime. And so they say, and this node they're talking about between, what Isabel's talking about now is between Pisces and Virgo. They call it that the axis of servitude, helping others. All right. They say, so if your North Node is in Pisces, then passion would become dispassionate, okay, without losing compassion. What? Like, lots of just, you could take, that's a lot of shove it up your ass. Okay, the South Node in Virgo, excuse me, shows the qualities of criticism and passing judgment must be left behind. Right, you're trying to leave the South Node behind, you know, take some kind of psychic, spiritual dump, you know, feel nice and spiritually enlightened, and go fly to your North Node. It says South Node and Virgo have been the cause of self-undoing in the past and are still hidden in the subconscious motivations and need clearing. These people are really fucking nitpicky and they cannot let it go. Martin Schulman says, in the realm of consciousness, this is the hardest nodal position to deal with. Here, as a result of many lifetimes, this guy's a reincarnation dude as well, the individual starts to realize his own rigidity. He is aware of his patterns and how much they have hurt him, yet he finds them difficult to let go. In prior lives, he lived in the consequences of a finite universe where all was well structured. Finite means very definitive. Now, or finite means, you know, everything is a limited amount of stuff. Finite. This is as far as it is. Now he's confronted with the realization that truth extends beyond what his finite senses, you can only smell so much bullshit is what he's trying to say, can measure or even perceive. He's saying there's more to the world that you can see. He is unavoidably confronted with situations, circumstances, and events which force him to relinquish his hold on the physical plane. Nevertheless, he still tries to live like the salmon, swimming against the current, regardless of the direction of the nature's forces, and obviously spreading all of his fucking salmon jizz over as many fucking eggs as he could possibly, his fish-ass brain can possibly find. Anyways, he still seeks order. In fact, his need for strict regimentation is so strong, seeks order, right? The South Node in Virgo. His strict regimentation is so strong that he develops medical troubles in the center of the body from personalizing a stiffness that increases tension on the inner organs. These guys have stomach problems, digestive problems. They all cramp up in the ass. Consequently, he suppresses desire for the sake of doing what seems proper, for he would like to maintain an image of respectability. So these guys just do absolutely whatever the ass donkey fuck that they want, but they create an an air or an aura or observational, like, you know, people look at them, they create this facade of being prim and proper, when behind the scenes these guys are like the salmon, they're jizzing all over fucking salmon eggs. In past incarnations, he built his understanding on fact, not hearsay. Now he accepts only what comes from the highest authority. He seeks ways to rid himself of the nervous irritability which keeps overcoming him, and yet he puts stipulations on the cure. Yeah, well, like, once again, he wants to be healed, right? Pisces. This guy needs to be healed, but only in a certain way. All right? If it doesn't fit Virgo, then can't do it. Now, this isn't a Virgo sun. This isn't really a Virgo person or a Virgo or a Pisces person. There are a lot of New Age or spiritual Virgos, and a lot of Virgos have vivid imaginations. A lot of Virgos give in. You know, it's not about Virgo people. It's about the nodes. All right, and the nodes are about karma and direction in life, and you know, spiritual constipation and constantly too much energy and fucking shit up. All right. He comes into this life believing that the world is filled with danger, and therefore consequently questions the credentials of the people and conditions he considers allowing into his life. Everything foreign to the self represents the threat of disease, and it's because of such thinking that from time to time the disease actually occurs. So these people are hyper motherfucking chondriacs. They are disease phobes, they're germaphobes, and they are hypochondriacs. For many of the Sonny, I ain't afraid of no germs. That's a little nasty, though. You sure that that's sanitary? Yeah, it's sanitary enough. Oh, Sonny, can you wash it again, please? I'll wash it again. Okay. Thanks, son. You're the best. I know. It's so cool. So cool. I mean, thank you. Some are confirmed Puritans, while others are capable of being physically responsive and emotionally controlled at the same time. Okay. For many with these nodes, there's a strong residue of sexual problems left over from former incarnations. Either a deprivation of the sexual experience or a strong determination to avoid emotional hurt through it leads them to seek a better understanding in the current life. Like I said, these guys are loose in the zipper. Some are confirmed Puritans. That means they don't want to do nothing. While others are capable of being physically responsive and emotionally cold at the same time. These guys, anyways, I'm not going to overly judge this. I think it's fine. The mind is so analytical that life can easily slip into the manipulation of a chess game. The individual has a sharp eye for detail and never overlooks the obvious. He's an expert at solving puzzles, willing to spend many hours tediously groping for the tiniest answer, but he can get so involved with whatever he's doing that he often loses perspective. His past life discriminating tendencies often lead him now to pick apart what should be fucking left alone. Thus, although he is capable of immense clarity of thought, he does not experience complete peace of mind. Through the Pisces North Node, he must learn faith. When he stops separating the world into neat little compartments, he will get his first glimpses of universal consciousness. Ultimately, he is to achieve the understanding that all is one and one is all. Before this happens, he must learn how to stop seeing himself as separate from the rest of the world. Although these guys can be highly reclusive, keep that in mind as well. He will go through experiences which force him to grow more compassionate. As he starts to find his well-laid plans dissolving into nothing, he begins to see others in a different light. Ultimately, he symbolically goes through the pain of the entire universe so that he can strengthen his divine love to the point that he absolutely refuses to pass judgment on others, which is wonderful. If you're one of these guys and someday you ascend to the rank of Buddhahood, then you will stop passing judgment on others as well. Good job, player. Good job. You made it to the Buddhahood. He makes much progress by acquainting himself with the spiritual way of life. So this guy should embrace spirituality and let go of the details. It's not easy for these people. When you grow up in a world of finite numbers, it's very difficult to let go and embrace faith. It's difficult to do. Saying this whole thing about the nodes that I'm talking about, it's difficult to embrace your north node. So like, you know, just be cool with it. You don't have to. You could come back next life, you know, go be a plant for a couple of years, then go be a rock for a couple of years. You'll be fine. His growth extends as far as his arms can reach. Okay. While the arm of the past still clutches at his self-imposed restrictions, the arm of the future is grasping for the higher alternative. It's only his failure to let go completely that prevents him from achieving the perfect transition into the full state of higher mind. Yet he does reach the point that he occasionally sees it. See, it's difficult to let go of the facts, man. But it's all even more difficult to understand, to compile the facts into an honest picture. They say the facts don't lie, but the picture that you create using facts are almost always an illusion. Facts, illusion. You got that, motherfucker? It's right here. Virgo, Pisces. Facts, illusion, dream state. Facts, illusions. All right. Arriving at his destination, but not sure that he's there, he keeps going back to the start of his journey again. Each time he reaches one more step into the infinite, where ultimately he will dissolve the shackles of his rigidly formed past and be born again as true spirit. Now, the house position of the south node indicates the areas of life that's still too rigidly embedded in a personally overstructured idea. So, if the south node is in the 7th house, right, if the south node is in the 7th house in Virgo, he says very strict and rigid interpretation or ideas of marriage. If it's in the 6th house, it's about his health. He's too structured. I gotta count every calorie. I have to walk this many miles at this speed. Or if it's in the 2nd house of money, this is the way to do it. This is the only way to do it. That's the only way. Or it's in the 4th house, family. That's the only way to do it. You know, you guys got to watch out. This guy's not. Anyways, good. The house position of the north node shows how the soul can renounce its grip on all rigid definition of form and structure so that it can be free to swim in the ocean of God. Now, you know, the thing is, wherever the north node is, that's kind of what happens anyways. You're not focused on it, but it's what you're doing. That's why they're saying these guys can be a little bit loose in the zipper and unfaithful, because it's even if they don't intend to be, they're like click, 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 Virgo, click, click, clack, 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 clack. Like that's the way it is. But at the same time, they're doing some Pisces bullshit at the same time, and then they do the Virgo cover up. So it's like, you know, the nodes are complicated. Your nodal energy is complicated. Next, Mohan Kopakura says, it's not pronounced Kopakura. Okay. Previous incarnation for this person was spent in substantial discriminating condition. Obviously. He was very methodical and detail-oriented to the point of extreme. Instincts would not even get close to him at that time. In this life, he's full of instincts and feelings. He wants to get away from materialism and practicality. He is searching the universe through his sensitivity, and if he feels right, he acts accordingly. His decision may not be logical on the surface, but he does not care in that respect. His judgments may not have proper reasoning, but they do work right for him. Dealing with people and their emotions is important for him, as he likes the exchange of feelings in the material world to keep him happy. His use of imagination and unusual ideology is really amazing. Alright, and finally, Donna Van Ton. Now Donna says, you must learn to sacrifice or give in or give up. Alright, well that's what they say about Pisces, right? Pisces is giving in, is sacrifice. It's nursing, you know, helping the underdog. It's a martyr. Pisces is a sign of being a martyr. You know, you give up yourself to let someone else. You guys know what a martyr is. Alright, it's that sauce that you put on fish and chips, man. You put martyr sauce on it. Sonny, I like martyr sauce. What? Yeah, you can have my fish and chips, so I'm not hungry. What? Yeah, it's okay. No, I'm really hungry. You're gonna get it. Alright, so, yeah, eat your martyr sauce, Pisces. Okay, you must learn to sacrifice. Okay, the Virgo South Node, and Virgo is about helping others. Okay, so it's the Virgo South Node may reply, yeah, but I have too much invested. Your problem is lack of understanding of need priorities. Possible reasons. Alright. Excessive stubbornness, dumbassedness. Oh, it didn't say dumbassedness. Okay, what is it? Fear of being taken advantage of. That's a big one. That's a big one, you know, because Pisces gets taken advantage of and Virgo doesn't like it. Virgo wants to be appreciated. Pisces gets taken advantage of it. Self-destructive tendencies. Refusal to face the fact that some problems are difficult to solve totally. An excessively critical environment makes it hard to admit defeat. Guilt over past wrongdoings or failures. Possible solutions. Learn to relax. Temper your analytic tendencies with compassion for yourself and others. Judge people and things by their usefulness and set your priorities accordingly. What? This is the dumbest backward ass advice. Judge people and their things by their usefulness and set priorities accordingly. That's all Virgo. You're supposed to avoid that. You're supposed to have faith. Okay? Virgo South Node means the bowl is run. It's too much Virgo South Node. There's too much judging people. Let it go. Have some faith. You know, just because someone has fucked it up a million times, still be a little Pisces and believe in them. What's this person even? Virgo South Node often doesn't enjoy his or her own company. This naturally affects his or her ability to enjoy relationships, since the self is always present. Duh. Okay. Virgo South Node doesn't feel human. He or she operates like a well-run machine. Not all Virgo South Nodes are workaholic. Not necessarily. Virgo is not a workaholic. So not necessarily. But the 6th house, if you have energy in the 6th house, that's workaholic tendencies. Because Virgo rules the 6th house, Don is saying that it's workaholics. Anyways. Okay. So anyways, another is an involvement in unsatisfying or destructive relationships. Since often the Virgo South Node is so terrified of being alone that any relationship is better than no relationship. Yes and no. Remember, these people do a lot for others. So Virgo and Pisces are the signs of doing things for others. Pisces is a martyr. Virgo wants to be respected. You know, they want to be appreciated. And they should be. By tapping the hidden strength of the Pisces North Node, the individual can get in touch with his or her basic humanness. All right, you could use the word humanity, but like whatever. Only then can he or she come to terms with his or her needs and alleviate his or her dissatisfaction. Whatever. Got a lot of miles out of the word alleviate, chick. Some signs of an overdeveloped South Node in Virgo are, okay, you guys with me already? Bigotry, refusal to settle for anything less than perfect, a feeling of being different, you know, narcissistic tendencies, a tendency to test others mentally, a let me do it approach, you know, that's Virgo's like, let me do it, like Virgo's like this, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. That's a very Virgo thing. Shyness. Like that's very Virgo. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, fuck you. You do it. Go screw. And under their breath, they'll be like, "You go screw it up yourself. You go fuck it up." And just watch out. Also, watch out for people who have like some bad Pisces. People who are Pisces with some fucked up energy, they'll mutter things under their breath, right? So watch out for that. All right. Anyways, let me do it for your approach. Shyness, jealousy, definitely jealousy. A tendency to be critical of others. You know. Grooming, clothing, or abilities in general. Pettiness, insecurity. I hyphenated that one. Building oneself up by knocking others down openly or through backstabbing. I don't know if that's a Virgo Pisces thing, but like that's what it is. But backstabbing is. North Node in Pisces dreams of being left alone. He or she wants to be separated from the mass of average people so that he or she will be free to meditate or contemplate the mysteries of life. I don't know if that's true. I think Pisces is about dissolving the oneness and joining everyone else. So she's saying that Pisces want to be alone. I completely disagree. I say Pisces do their own thing. Pisces want to be free to bond with you and then go on and bond with someone else and remove the boundaries and float around in the ethereal divine, you know, in the ether of life. I don't necessarily agree that they want to be left alone. So that seems a little bit weird. A number of people have said that recently, that Pisces are loners. That I've never seen. I don't see that at all. So, anyways, And it says, rejection brings separation. He or she will feel trauma rather than satisfaction. Right. Pisces does not let go of rejection. They'll let go and go see something, but they won't. Anyways, the person is inhibited or shy and sometimes inclined to repress the emotions, which may be extremely difficult to express. That's true. I'll say it again. But mind you, I'll say it again. I'll say this is all again. Now, we're not talking about Pisces energy. We're talking about the North Node in Pisces. So the North Node in Pisces is something that is underdeveloped and a little fucked up. The North Node in Pisces likes being left alone. They want to be separated from the mass of average people so that he or she will be free to meditate or contemplate the mysteries of life. Note that they want to initiate the separation themselves. If rejection brings separation, they'll feel trauma rather than satisfaction. So they will rather break up with you rather than wait for you to break up with them, because they don't like rejection. Okay. This person is inhibited or shy and sometimes inclined to repress the emotions, which may be extremely difficult to express. Fussiness or quibbling supplants the desired meditation and thwarts the dream. Antidotes for Pisces imbalance: drugs, pills, booze, and the occasional rocking of the ganj. No, that's not what it says. It says psychodrama can be a useful tool in unlocking nodal potential. Education in keeping with the client's aptitude is recommended. Literature, geography, medicine, blah, blah, blah. Fishing, do water shit. This is all blah, blah, stereotypical water shit. Public speaking should be encouraged. You know, if aptitude is shown. Magic, creating illusions, painting, sculpture, boating. Water sports could be a good topic. Writing is also good, particularly in the areas of astronomy, myths, legends, poetry. Instructional material, nurturing themes in medicine. Hypnotism might be another good choice if they can gain sufficient knowledge in the field. Yes and no, it's all kind of bullshitty. Unless the overall tone of the chart is contradictory, the client should be discouraged from entering in any profession where the overall emphasis is on strict discipline or nitpicking, since this would reinforce the very tendencies that need to be softened or balanced, right? The bowl is runneth over in the South Node. Some good career choices would be sales, cooking, acrobats, gymnastics, detective work. What the fuck does she do for a living? Acrobats, gymnastics, detective work, painting and design. Any job that doesn't make money or involves you dressing up and going on the circus on tour is a good job. Like, seriously. Generally, the clients I've met with these types of imbalances have been hard workers. Interesting. Close to workaholics in some cases. Usually, they need relaxation more than work motivation. If the subject is in a high-pressure job that requires to work long hours, it's important that the antidote be something that's done for the love of it and is conducive to relaxation. Religious and spiritual activities often prove helpful anecdotes. Many of these people who remain unmoved by other options will be drawn to these. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. It's a little bit... I don't think it's bullshit. I don't think it was bullshitty on purpose. I think there's a bit of stereotype stuff in there. I do respect the idea that the North Node in Pisces, like, it's what you want to do, but it's fucked up. You want to do it, but it's fucked up. And so, as a result, Pisces likes to bond with people. All of the water signs like to bond with people. And because Pisces is, the North Node is the Mars fucking shit up, it's going to want to be alone. And it's going to want to be alone, and it really doesn't want to be hurt. That's the thing. It's a martyr tendency. It's a tendency. It's a poor me, poor me. They'll always turn the argument back on them, you know? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? So you got to watch out for that kind of stuff. You got to watch out for that kind of stuff, and you have to embrace it. So if you're dealing with something like this, or you have this kind of energy, just remember that there's too much Virgo, not enough Pisces. And there's too much. It's the negative side of Virgo searching for the positive side of Pisces. But the positive side of Pisces is a fucked up side of Pisces, you know, it's the fucked up, obviously the bad part of Virgo. So if you really want to work this, ease off the Virgo tendencies and because the Virgo tendency is not so bad, it's just too much. And then hammer down some of the good Pisces tendencies, like healing yourself, healing the others, spirituality, intuition, dreaminess, creativity, arts, you know, letting people be what they want to be, cheering people on, listening to people's story, talking to people, being cool with everybody. Just being Pisces, being cool with everybody. Be less of a dick, and more of an asshole. I think that's the way you should be all over. Or you should be less of an asshole and stop trying to shit on everybody like Virgo, and you should be more of a Pisces, and you should probably not fuck with less of an asshole, so stop shitting on everybody, and more of a Pisces. You should go fuck with some people. Yeah. Good job, Mr. Salmon. Thanks, player. That's one for the history books. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Nobody cares, Sonny. Thanks, Sonny. The Pisces is the best. You hate us because you wish you was us. Yeah, I wish I was a Pisces. I wish I was a... They're like, alright, you be cool. And so... Anyways, that's the action, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So that's what it means to have your nodes in the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. It's a difficult placement. Too much Virgo, it can put you at odds with other people. And if you know you're grouchy, if you know you're super critical, if you cannot let go, if you can't embrace your North Node, which is, letting bygones be bygones, it's supporting the underdog. It's recognizing that people are fallible. Pisces North Node recognizes that peace. If you embrace it, you'll recognize that people are fallible, and you'll forgive people for being human. You won't excuse bad behavior because you'll recognize it right away in Virgo. But you'll let go of the monkey inside of your own head, the gerbil or the hamster, whatever you call it, that's always spinning around, and you'll embrace a little bit of the "can't we just get along?" Philosophy, the Hakuna Matata of life, and to let the, and to be Pisces, to be a very go with the flow, trusting that everything is going to work out. There is a higher calling in this world, whether you believe in it or not. There is a destiny for you, whether you can see it or not, and you have to learn to reach beyond your imagination. And if you can reach beyond your imagination, then you will succeed in this particular area of the node in Pisces, the North Node in Pisces, and South Node in Virgo. And that's the action. That's the action. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. Once again, just really quickly, this is the astroside.com. Oh, this is the SunnySide. This is the astroside.com. This is where you go to get your super cool SunnySide gear. Help support the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please tell all your friends and donate to the channel. Come to one of the workshops, get your special astrology reports, and most of all, have a beautiful day. Remember, it's always a beautiful day to be beautiful, but it's together that makes it a beautiful day. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a super beautiful day, and I'll see you guys soon.